Stop feeding the old matrix. The old matrix is coming up to be seen, to be dissolved. It's coming up because it needs to feed. It needs your attention. It needs you to react. It needs you to be pissed off, to be scared. It needs you. There's no need to save the world. You ascend yourself to a higher world and you look around you and the world's different. That's literally how it is, people. So please stop worrying about everyone taking a stand about all these things going on. You don't need to worry. You don't need to fight all the system out there. You just need to stop putting your attention, your money, your focus on the system, and the system will be dissolved. That's how energy works. You starve something, it shrivels up and dies. That's how it works. Let's kill this old matrix by ignoring it, by taking back our power, by being unified with unconditional love and creating the new earth. It's all about you. You will realize that fighting all these things out there, all it's doing is depleting you within and separating you because you have conflict. When you have conflict with something out there, when you judge something out there as bad, remember, everything out there is just you inside. It's all exact reflection. It's exact mirror. It's an exact energy. So think of it like a loop. The energy from you goes in and out from the outside world. When you put your attention on something, you have now attached, anchored yourself onto something. You exist now. And when you judge something out there, when you judge a system as being bad, you're judging yourself within. We need to love everything, love every aspect of ourselves that we've walled off. Love everything out there. Love the governments, love the politicians, love all these slime balls, and you will find that they no longer get power and they dissolve. Because love neutralizes darkness. When you love something, it can no longer pull from you. It can no longer take away your power and anchor your attention on it. Love is how we neutralize anything. Love, compassion, unity, understanding. When we unify ourselves inside, we unify our world out there. So stop worrying about the outside world. I will say it again, it's an illusion. It's a reflection of the collective energy. Right now the collective is ascending. We are learning, we are awakening. So what's happening? All the corruption, all the darkness that was hidden from us is coming up to be seen by us, so we choose something else. This is what's going on right now. The world's not ending. Things are just coming up to be seen right in front of us, so we can see the truth that before was always hidden from us. Before we were unconscious to our own problems, to the problems in the world. We didn't even know that the world was corrupt. We just thought we just do these things, we live our lives according to the way the system has programmed us, and that's just what we do. Now people are awakening to realize we can program, or we can release these programs, and we can program new purity states, and we can exist from our soul. We can exist from God, source, prime creator energy, and then we create our own realities. Stop giving your attention out there in the outside world. Stop being pissed off about everything, because all you're doing is feeding it. Stop feeding the old matrix. The old matrix is coming up to be seen, to be dissolved. It's coming up because it needs to feed. It needs your attention. It needs you to react. It needs you to be pissed off, to be scared. It needs you. So when you stop giving it your energy, you will see the world around you will shapeshift and change in a split second. You will start seeing everything good happening, because all the old is dissolving. All the old timelines are dropping off, and if you're in one, if you're anchored in one, you're gonna have things start happening in your own life. So the way that you're gonna save the world, you don't worry about all the BS that's going on around you. You go within, ascend yourself to your whole self, heal all the aspects that you've hated, all of your ego aspects, all your wounds, all these parts of yourself, these patterns, these parts that you hate, that you ignore, that you reject. Love all of them, anchor all of them back into your wholeness. Again, I had many other videos about ascension, but just worry about you, be in your heart, and you will realize that you start vibrating higher, which means you're expanding. You're no longer just a body. You're expanding well beyond your body. You start becoming the size of a city, the size of a country, the size of a universe, depending on your ascension. But when you start becoming unified, your own universe, what happens is you can choose what timeline you want to exist in by choosing your own thoughts, your own awareness, your own vibration, your own emotions. So if you want to be in a high vibrational state and interact with other people in a positive way, in a loving way, instead of fighting with everyone around you, and if you want to start seeing the world out there, all the positive, all the love, all the unity, how everyone's coming together, you need to get yourself up to that plane. There's a million timelines, a million dimensions. You can exist in a low one and be a victim and give away your power to everyone out there, to everything. You can give your attention to every news story, to every, oh, I feel so bad for this, I just feel bad for that, I'm pissed off about this. Or you can take all your energy back, be in your heart. This is not ignoring the outside world. This is ascending to a higher plane of existence. You ascend to a higher vibrational existence, which means you exist in a different space, in a different existence, literally a different dimension than the rest of the people in the unawakened 3D state. The old 3D matrix doesn't apply to you anymore. You're awakened. You're existing beyond it. And this is how you start changing the world. You save the world by first saving yourself within. Make yourself whole. Ascend yourself to a higher plane by literally healing all of your fractaled self, all of yourself that you have walled off, that you have hated. Welcome all those soul parts back, all of those parts of yourself. Welcome all of them back to the whole. And then you will realize that you are now the universe, because all those aspects of yourself are represented in the universe around you. All of your different energy grids are represented in the stars, the planets, the people, the animals, everything out there, the elements. Everything is a manifestation of your inside world. So when you take back your whole self, you essentially expand yourself to be the size of the universe. So now everything is inside you, which means you have the ability to create a new one, create a new world, to change your world. And by changing your world, you change everyone else, because you have now merged with everyone. Again, all of these are explained in other topics, in other videos. But just know, you change the world, you save the world by ascending to a higher plane of existence. And now you're vibrating in a higher state, and everyone out there that you're interacting with now is in a higher state, because you now exist in a different space and point in time. You now exist in a different space, in a different vibrational dimension. So everything out there changes. It's all about you inside. Change yourself inside, take back your power, and the world will be different. We don't have to go out there and fight and wake everybody up. When you wake up yourself and you align yourself to a higher plane of existence, you're now interacting with everyone's ascended selves. And you will find everyone is all of a sudden smarter, brighter, happier, more loving, more gentle than they ever were, because you're existing and you're interacting now with their higher dimensional selves. Again, we don't just exist in 3D, we exist in multiple dimensions, many, many, many. And someone who has ascended their consciousness exists in the 0 point field, can exist from any dimension, any timeline. We choose our own timelines. And we pull in new realities whenever we feel like it. Let's take control, let's ascend and create our own realities, create the new world, the new earth that no longer has darkness, corruption, or greed. We can do it. It's all about us creating new realities within and a new world outside of ourselves. So we'll talk about lots of these different topics again on Earth 1111. Thanks.